Hi guys, Bran here, and today we're doing another commentary video, and today I am discussing the idea of subjectivity versus objectivity, because I feel like this is a big problem that the DBD community has, is they can't really separate subjectivity from objectivity. They seem to think it's the same thing, and that feelings they have are the law, and that's just not how this works. The reason this was brought up in my head, this is why it's like recent in my head, is because the skill-based matchmaking thing has obviously been a hot topic in the DBD community lately, and I've weirdly kind of, I guess I like it, just I don't know, like I've just been playing the game more since skill-based matchmaking has been a thing. So, you know, ergo that means I like it, right? If I'm like feeling more compelled to play the game both on and off stream and making more content, like it's doing something for me that I like, right? But like objectively, I still think it's bad for the game. Like, it's ruined a lot of experiences for a lot of people, and there's a lot of good reasons as to why those experiences have been ruined, right? And I totally get that, and I get that I'm in the minority that I actually like it, so I still don't think it should be in the game, regardless of the fact that I like it. However, on the flip side of things, I see and it's one of my biggest pet peeves with the Dead by Daylight community. It's one of the biggest things that I see is, like, if they find a certain character or perk boring, it's objectively boring. Like, they don't say that it's boring to me, they say it's boring, period, and something needs to be done about it, period. You know, like it's just, like, people get into this mindset of, like, if something bothers me, it's objectively bad for everybody, and that's not always the case. Like, everybody thinks that, like, their opinions are shared by everybody, and that changes should be made because their feelings and opinions are objective and they're a full shared experience in everybody, and that's just not true. That's just not true. It's just not. Like like, people have different opinions and feelings at completely different skill levels, different levels of play, different amount of hours. People have different opinions on a whole lot of things. I saw one on Twitter lately that's like, it's like our locker flashlight saves OP because they don't have any counterplay. You know, that's like something I didn't even think of, right? Like, this is something I didn't even like consider, you know. But like, you know, some people who play killer a lot are saying that, like, hey, yeah, you're right, it doesn't have counterplay, it should be taken out of the game. And other people are like, hey, you know, it's one of the few things that the survivor can do that isn't just holding him one on a gen, so let's not take that out. You know, those are like the two schools of thought. And like, the big thing I always see is that, like, everybody's talking about these things just as their objective. Like, they're like, my opinion is right because of my experiences. Your experiences are valid, and they do matter. They do matter. But they are not necessarily the experiences that everybody else has had. So you should not be levying changes just based on your subjective experiences. You should talk to your peers. You should gather information. These are the things that you do. Like, when I make the three great perk series on a killer, I don't just like, hey, guess what? Discordance is good on Nemesis. And then I just like don't, like, I go in, I make the footage, I test the things that I'm saying. Like, I go in and I test the things that I'm saying to make sure they work in the way I'm saying that they do. That way, if I'm giving information to you and I'm urging you to do something, which is run a good perk for a good killer, that, like, you know, and you see, and you've seen the proof that it does in fact work this way, right? And I feel like a lot of people just have these snap reactions, these snap judgments of like, oh, that perk made me mad, now it's boring and OP, or hey, this killer did this thing, boring and OP. And it's just like people need to, like, relax. Like, I feel like if you really, like, and I think that says something, and this is tinfoil hat time, I guess, it's like, I think it says something about the fact that people are just pissed off that they're losing, and it's more about the inability to take the L more so than it is about the issue, right? People are mad that they got sauced on. They're not mad about the thing, and they're not really looking for a change in the thing. They just want that thing to stop because that thing made them lose, and in a way that they didn't feel made them feel good, so they want it to be changed, you know. Like, I don't see a lot of people doing follow-up research, like going into a kill your friends and figuring it out. I don't see a lot of people like having conversation and asking other people about it. It's always just, I had a bad experience, now it deserves to be changed, you know. And this is why, like, there are a lot of reasons that I feel behavior does not listen to community, and a lot of them make more sense. A lot of them don't make sense. But I feel like a lot of the big ones that make sense is stuff like this, where, you know, everybody has these just snap feelings and judgments, and they rally for change, and they don't do any research, they don't ask the community, they just kind of throw a fit because it bodied them in a video game, and now they're whiny because they don't feel too good about losing, and now they want this thing changed for everybody because they had a subjective bad experience with it. And it's just, it's one of, like, if you really want people to start listening to you about the changes that you want to happen in the game, you gotta put in that work. It can't just be a snap whiny moment on a stream, on a YouTube video. It can't be a snap whiny moment. You gotta put in the research, you gotta put in the community work to get to that point. And if you're not willing to do that, be cool with saying, this is just my opinion though, this is just how I feel subjectively. Right? Yeah. Sorry, rant over. That's just a behavior that I see. Behavior that I see in the Dead by Daylight community that, like, really upsets me, because I feel like not only is it bad because it spreads a lot of negativity and toxicity between each other, but also it's one of the reasons that, you know, we don't get listened to, because, you know, people act like babies when bad things happen, and it's really depressing. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else for you, friends. If you like this video, do the like down below. If you feel like sticking around for a while for some more of these videos, because the YouTube dashboard is really like the homepage is really finicky, and it's just kind of like I'll release the video and you won't even ever see it, even though I daily upload. It's annoying. But if you do the sub thing, that helps a lot with that sort of thing. So it also helps me a lot. And we're almost, you know, we're on that road to that 1K, and we're almost at 500, and we might be 500 by the time this video comes out. So thank you so much for those of you who've done that so far. I really do appreciate it. Other than that, I don't have everything else for you. Besides, you know, I hope I see you in the next video. And if I don't, you know, I'll see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.